Anisha, well, IPCA Labs is down almost 4% right now. If you're wondering why, Ekta is here to give us the fine print. Ekta, over to you.
Thanks for that. Well, IPCA Labs came out with their numbers last week, which was basically on Thursday during market hours. But they held their conference call last evening, which was on the 16th of Feb. Post-market. So what the stock is doing is actually reacting to the conference call takeaways as well as the brokerage updates. Now, in terms of the numbers, just a quick recap, the revenue was up around 8%, so it wasn't really a problem in terms of revenue, but the EBITDA was down 30% year-on-year, margins came in at 14% and a profit of around 108 crores. Also, Q-on-Q margins were 14% versus 16%. Brokerages have written on IPCA. Macquarie, which has an underperformed rating and a target price of 810, has said that the company did miss their EBITDA as well as profit estimates. And Q4 FY24 margins could actually remain softer than Q3. And remember that 14% margin was one of the biggest disappointments for IPCA this quarter. FY24, the EBITDA margin guidance is 21%. So that would probably be a tall order to achieve as well. Macquarie has lowered the FY23 EPS estimate by 25% and 25%. 25 by 9% and 7% respectively. Motilal has a buy and a target price of 990. According to them, the operating deleverage has played a spoil sport. Sales growth is revival is imperative for the stock for profitability improvement. So there is some amount of caution when it comes to the operating margins for IPCA.
All right, Ekta, thanks very much. That's IPCA, which is lower. One sector which is doing well is cement. If you can have these intraday ups, look at Sagar cement is up 8%. Ramco is up about 3.5%. JK is up 3%. Mangalam, Ultratech, India Cements, these are all up between 2.5%, 3%. So, within a broader universe, this is one as a pocket which seems to be doing well.
I think there's a GST meet, right? That's coming up. So the hope is that that proposal of the 28% GST comes down to around 18%. In terms of pricing, that doesn't do much, but what it helps will be in terms of volumes, because the cement will become cheaper. Point number one. Point number two is there's been no price increase that we've seen so far in Q4, which is surprising and a big disappointment. But now, in fact, the hope is that there'll be a price increase that is trying to be pushed through. Whether demand is strong enough, well, time will tell. So that explains why some of these stocks are doing well.
Okay, Nestle is the other one that's really all over the place this morning. So we'll just keep an eye out on that. A couple of brokerages. Morgan Stanley has a 15,300 target price, while JP Morgan has a 21,000 target price. So Sonal is here to put all of those, all of that opinion in front of us. Sonal, very diverse, the views that are coming in.
Oh, yes, they are. And the stock is lower in trade. But let me run you through what the commentary from the brokerages really is. Goldman Sachs has a neutral rating with a target price of 19,900 rupees per share. They say Q4 of calendar year 2022 was in line with estimates. Volume growth, however, sharply moderated due to large price hikes that was taken in low unit packs, and on the back of it, they've marginally lowered their 23-24 calendar year estimates by 0.2 and 1.1%. Morgan Stanley has an underweight rating. They say Q4 was below expectations, but top line was ahead on top line, but it was ahead on margins. They remain underweight due to the margin pressure, likely mixed deterioration and relative valuations as well. Jefferies has a whole rating where they say volume growth was lower and it was at a record low as well. Management attributed part of this volume slowdown to its price hike in the Maggi segment. Maggi price hike also resulted in share loss as competition stuck to its existing price levels. JP Morgan, however, has an overweight rating with a target price of 21,200 rupees per share. They say cost focus should support margin going forward, even as cost of goods sold inflation remains partly firm. So yes, diverse views coming in today, but the stock is lower in trade.
All right, Sonal, thanks very much for that. We'll take a quick break. With news that the Nifty is exactly in the middle of the day's range so far, 50 points off the low, 50 points off the highs as well. We'll take a break. On the other side, our special segment, Indianomics. Lata will get chatting with a host of guests as Finance Minister in her Budget 2023 speech proposed a national financial information registry with the aim of furthering financial inclusion. So we discuss that in some length on the other side.